All right, let's jump right in. Today we're embarking on a deep dive into the Apple 2025 MacBook Air, the 15-inch model, powered by that intriguing M4 chip. Our mission here is really to cut through all the noise, all the reports, the research, and give you the essential nuggets, what truly matters about this machine.
Yeah, and what's fascinating, I think, is how this new MacBook Air isn't just like an update. It feels more like a significant recalibration of the premium consumer laptop market. It's really blurring those traditional lines we had between, consumer and pro devices.
Okay, so you mentioned your pro-level capabilities, but it's in that fanless, ultra-portable design. How much of that M4 power can you really tap into without, well, hitting a thermal wall or something?
That's a fair question.
And maybe more importantly, the standard 16 gigs of unified memory. That's not just welcome, right? That feels like it really solidifies its pro-level claim.
Well, absolutely. That 16 GB standard is huge.
It pushes it beyond just basic tasks, addresses that bottleneck we saw on older models.
Exactly. That unified memory means the CPU and GPU share one super-fast memory pool. Big boost.
And the M4 itself. You got the 10-core GPU, the 16-core neural engine speeding up AI tasks, and hardware-accelerated ray tracing.
Yeah.
That's serious graphics power. So yeah, this fanless Air can run professional stuff like Adobe Creative Cloud lightning fast.
Wow.
It really makes you ask, do a lot of people even need a pro device anymore?
And it's still incredibly portable, right?
Yeah.
Just 3.3 pounds. You still get that familiar backlit Magic Keyboard, which is great. And the 12MP center stage camera, the 3-mic array. Sounds excellent for video call.
Definitely. For the everyday user or even like a creative person on the move,
Right.
It seems incredibly capable.
Right.
And if you think about the bigger picture, Apple's core strength has always been this vertical integration. Hardware, software, services, all working together for decades. Things like macOS coming from the NXT deal back in 97, Touch ID from Authentech in 2012. It shows how deep this integration goes.
So this MacBook Air isn't just a laptop. It's a really high-performance part of this optimized personal network that few others can really match.
And for you, the user, that translates into this seamless, almost effortless experience across your Apple stuff. Plus, the brand gets amazing customer satisfaction scores. This model's getting, 4.8 out of 5 stars?
Impressive numbers.
But that deep integration, while great, does it sometimes create a bit of a walled garden? Maybe limiting your choices if you step outside the ecosystem.
That's a valid point. Yeah, it offers unparalleled simplicity within the garden. But going outside can sometimes mean compatibility headaches. It's a trade-off.
Okay, so satisfaction's high, performance sounds great, but there are always trade-offs, aren't there? Where do the compromises start creeping in?
Right. Here's where it gets really interesting. That sleek minimalist design, it comes with some pretty significant compromises. Connectivity, for one, only 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports.
Just to...
Yep, and they're both clustered on one side. Super inconvenient sometimes. You'll likely need a dongle.
Ugh, the dongle life. A classic Apple feature, some might say.
Almost feels like a rite of passage, doesn't it?
Huh. Okay, but you also mentioned something called the storage trap. What's that about? What's the critical issue there long term?
Yeah, the storage trap. That's probably the biggest one. Both the memory, the RAM, and the storage, the SSD, they're soldered directly onto the logic board.
Soldered? Meaning?
Meaning completely non-upgradable after you buy it. You
Yeah.
can't change it later. And that base 256 GB SSD, while fast,
Yeah.
it may prove insufficient for many users within a few years. Software gets bigger, files get bigger.
Okay, so what this really means for you, the buyer, is that the true cost of a machine that will last you a while, it kind of pushes you to the more expensive 512 GB model. That's, $1,199 instead of the $999 starting price?
Pretty much. And then there's this other thing, a kind of repairability paradox. Apple provides repair manuals now, which is good, but they use software locks, parts pairing.
Parts pairing.
Yeah, specific components are digitally tied to that specific logic port. You need Apple's proprietary tools to replace them correctly, so it effectively maintains their monopoly on repairs and service.
Which means repairs are expensive if you're out of warranty.
Can be, yeah, like a screen replacement. Could be $549, maybe up to $650.
Ouch. Okay, so that $179 for Apple Care Plus starts looking like a pretty sensible idea against, one accidental drop.
A prudent measure, definitely.
Yeah.
And one last thing on comparisons. While the Air has amazing battery life, class-leading endurance up to 18 hours, some Windows rivals like the Dell XPS or HP Spectre, they often offer things like OLED displays, maybe more ports. different trade-offs.
Right, so it's not just which is better overall, but what you prioritize. Is it max battery life and portability? Or maybe a more vibrant screen and plugging more things in without adapters? Okay, so summing up, you've got a laptop here with exceptional power, especially with that M4 and standard 16 GB RAM, an incredibly seamless ecosystem experience, but with some very specific, very Apple-like limitations in connectivity and especially upgradability down the line.
Which leads to a provocative thought for you to consider. That permanent storage decision you make when buying this MacBook Air, it's arguably the most important long-term decision you will make about this device.
Because you can't change it later. It truly defines how viable this machine will be for your specific needs, maybe 3, 4, 5 years from now.